Hi guys, I want to share with you guys about my experience, what happened that leading up to now with the experience that I had with my personal life experience. I was meant to, so uh, this lifetime that I'm reincarnated, I was meant to pay off a very heavy karmic debt that I had, and 2023, that was when my karma kicks in. That was when my karma started to trigger. That's when I was supposed to paying off a very heavy karma. It could end up really bad for me if it wasn't for my masters, and two of the masters. I probably wouldn't be sitting right here talking to you guys, telling you guys about, sharing with you guys the story right now. So I was initiated into a temple, and the universe approved of my initiation and started to allowing the purge to happen. And it started from 2022. I had stalkers coming over to my house with a drone. Oh, actually not a drone. There was 3 to 4 drones just circling around my property, in the 6 acres property. Back then, I was just living my life normal. I was doing 9 to 5. I was drinking. I was smoking, but I was a homebody. I didn't really, associate with many people. And like, I love to drink. I love to stay home. I love to smoke here and there. I used to smoke marijuana and cigarettes, until one day I spotted like a strange activities around my property. That there was this drone that just sits there in the sky, but it's like, it's too bright to be a star, and it follows me everywhere when I go to the shops or when I go to town. And I thought, that's strange, but I didn't think much of anything. And I saw like the drone circling around my property. At the location that I was located at, I was living in a countryside at the time. It shouldn't be any strange activity like that, but if there was any, it was easily spotted. And they were trying to speak to me through the devices. And from then on, I could hear voices trying to speak to me through the devices. And they were trying to saying a lots of things, and they were watching. It was a lot more than I thought it was. At first glance, I thought, well, maybe if it was just a drone, that would have been outside. But then I start hearing them. And then they started talking to me because they realized that after all, they were caught. It was a pretty a messy operation that they had going on. But yeah, it started on from there. They were watching my family. They were watching everyone that was living in the house at the time. Anyone that I traveled to on a different locations. They'll go into people's homes 24/7. They would follow me with their devices. And I've experienced that for a few years now, including they would talk about my children's, they try to target people as much as they can. And so I thought, well, I'm an alchemist. These people, they have an agenda. They found out through people talking that they have their own agenda. At the time, I wasn't even an alchemist. I actually got into an alchemy temple just maybe half a year after they stalked me. Like roughly a year before I even know that I can get into the mystery school. So their agenda wasn't even following me because of the fact that I was in the mystery school, because my master didn't have the temple then. So it's questionable what these people was doing there at the time. Were they trying to steal some informations in people's property or bank details? You never know, the list goes on. But it triggers something inside of them when they see who I was and what my team can do. They got jealous. And they wanted something that is forbidden for them to have. It's like open a Pandora box. I have a beautiful lotus, a blue lotus here. Just burning that for you guys, just to connect to the spirit world just a little more. So yeah, I just thought, oh, maybe these people, maybe they were looking into steal someone's stuff, property, or even go as far as information. And this is how I know that they were actually can see more than just a drone. They will start talking to me when I was in the house, in the bathroom, in the shower, everywhere. And even locking my phone, my devices out of locking my informations out of my devices. I couldn't log into my phone, and because the password was changed, I had to call up Apple to tell them that, hey, I can't log into my phone. For some reason, the password has changed, and the number code has also changed. I'm not too sure what's going on here. Can you check? And I had to retrieve my information to be able to even log on to my devices again. That's how I know that they were actually watching, that they can see more than when I first initially thought. Even right now I can hear them. They talk 24/7 at all time. They can see me right now talking, sharing you the story, and they can also see my child. Anything that I can see, they can see. They're using the devices that's like the Robert Einstein, or I'm not quite sure what the guy said. He was in a wheelchair, and he actually used the computer to speak for him without having to type it himself. It's connected to his brain wave, which is a form of electronic frequency that can be weaponized against people. Usually they use that in to look for terrorists in, like, maybe in a war country, to locate criminals, like maybe to locate drug bust or something like that. So this devices is not sell in Australia. It has been deported from different country, and it is illegal to fly around the country for more than the drone law was, I think it was only 1 day that you are allowed to keep the drone flying around for to max out. It was 1 day, and also you have to be near your drones, and they have like approximate how far you can be away from your drone, but you cannot do what they do. They follow me around Australia in that drone, and they're only in one location. They're located in New South Wales, in Goulburn. So so up until now, I was arguing with them at first. I wasn't able to control my anger or my feeling as much as I can now. I was actually growing. What happened to me made me grow stronger emotionally a lot more than what I was able to handle back in the day, in a few years ago. I was arguing with them all day, and I was yelling, I was arguing with them, I was frustrated, I was angry, and so I thought, hey, like, what can I do, since, like, all this chaos are happening around me? How can I transmute the situations from shitty situation into something that is going to benefit me? So I thought, hey, maybe I should get help from the gods. So I thought, how am I going to benefit from this situation? And I start look at the situation around me, and I thought, maybe if I triggers a little bit of tweak a little bit of here and tweak a little bit of there, then I'll be able to get the attention of the authority. Because I went to the police stations on the multiple occasions in all of the cities that I was living at the time. And at the time, because I was paying my karma off, so I wasn't surprised why it wasn't solved at that time, because again, everything comes in the universal timing. And if it was worked out, it gets solved, then it wouldn't have been like, it wouldn't have get the attention of the higher authority like what it does now. So what leading up to now is, with everything, it created, there's multiple people reported to the authority, and that's create the credibility in the case, and that makes them, the authority, actually have a look into the case for me. And that is something that I want to happen anyway. At the time, during the process, it was a really hard process because I endure a lot. But I had a really good masters to help and guide me emotionally while I was in the temple doing my alchemical process at the same time. So my master is extremely professional, and he knows what he's doing. He turned my situation into opportunity, into gold for me. He helped me through it all. It was very hard because of the accusations. I had to see a lot of people and hear lots of things that I myself, I already know the truth. But at the end of the day, when you experience a situation like this, you have to stay focused and stay on your task and just know what you're doing and remember what you're doing. Don't get distracted by the outside situation. And eventually I learned how to control the turbulent emotion that I was carrying around, to transmute that into pain into power. Even right now, I'm still in the process of that. And a month ago, I come to find out that what I was hoping for has came to pass. I got the attention of the higher authority, and they were investigating for maybe months now. And I was really grateful to know that they were there, because I that's when I know that, hey, look, I have a way out for my family now. I was stressed, I was very stressed how having people following me and my sons around. I was worried about my child's safety and well-being. And throughout all of this, all of the events and all of the accusations, I was being followed around by the public members. They was even doing illegal things towards me. They were throwing stuff onto my property. In my property, I meant cars. While I was in the car, and my son was in there. My son was right with me, because I'm his mother. He has to go with me where I go, and my son experienced all of that when he's with me. But the people, they I don't worry about them much, but their only excuses or anything that they were saying was she this, she that, about her son. But what they were doing, it was directly affected my son, my child again. And it took a lot of resilience inside of me to carry the task and carry it through. And it was such a breath. There was such the breath of fresh air I was having. I was so happy that I found out that that things were turning around for me. And the reward for me at the end of it was to listen, and the obedience to spirits and the universe. Listen to the guidance and do exactly what I was guiding to do. And I got rid of all of my karma. I pay all of my karmic retributions. Having the events, all of that heavy events that was happening to me, it was a part of karmic purging. It wasn't all for nothing. So I recently got rid of all of my karma. And there's some things that I was really like happy about too. I've been in this cycle for many lifetimes. The past life I didn't accomplish it because I let the angers and I let the impulsiveness got the best of me. Even though I still carry a lot of that into this lifetime, but with the help of how close the God were working with me, I was able to get through it. And also, I'd like to shout out to the gurus on YouTube. I learn a lot from them. And, they were the anchored to many things that keep me grounded and balanced in many time. There's a lot of time where I felt like, I needed to be grounded. So that's my story, guys. I'd like to tell you guys about, share with you guys today. And, I'll talk to you guys and tell you more about it next time. And today, this time, thank you so much for listening to me, for hearing me out. Good night.